Prepare for war. So, as we can see, what's happening in Iran is affecting the global economic system because it's oil. And as we've seen, what has happened in Iran is now affecting all the countries, especially in prices. For example, in South Africa, here, I'm seeing in the news that by April, it's expected that the oil prices, the petrol prices, are going to go up. Gas prices, in other words, by 8 Rand. That's a 40% increase from the current price. Now, if this is a global thing that's going to happen, where everything, because if oil, petrol, gas goes up by 40%, everything else goes up 40% because everything is transported, everything is moved through machines and vehicles, etc., that uses oil, gas, petrol. Now, with this, you have to understand that once they increase prices by 40%, just like history shows us, they never lower it again. They never bring it down. And if the war continues, you're going to have a accumulation effect, where if it in the first month of April starts going up 40%, then by May, the following month, it can go up another 20, 40%. And this is going to keep on accumulating. The elites, they are looking for a way to get rid of the middle class. They are looking for collapsing the system as it exists because they want to implement AI and robots. They want to get rid of you. So, to prepare for this, you need to start looking at buying land. This has been something that I have mentioned a few times when I was running the project called Earthhaven, and why I created Earthhaven, predicting the future of where everyone's going to have to end up at is having your own land, where you have chickens, where you have animals, where you are away from the cities. You need to find land, doesn't have to have a house on it, just get land, at least 10 miles, about 15 kilometers plus minus, away from a city or a town. And this land, once you buy it, if shit gets really bad, you can go live on a tent with it. Make sure that there is fresh water somewhere near this piece of land. Make sure that there is trees, wood for construction, fire, etc. And make sure that there can be wild animals around it. But this is something everyone has to start looking at. And if you individually cannot do it, find people, mature people, people that you can live with on a piece of land to buy it together, to start working together to get land. Because this is going to accumulate. Robots are going to take over. AI is going to take over because they're going to replace you once the war ends. Let's say if it continues the way it does, and we look at patterns like Russia, Iraq, etc., another 4, 5, 6, 10 years, the world economic system as you know it collapses and you become irrelevant, and robots and AI become the new labor force within that new system. So you need to take care of yourself, your community, so that you can be able to support others. With this, those who do have land, you need to start preparing your land to accommodate others to join you on that land. Because as people fall out of the system, as prices go up, example, people that are already in 20, 30, $40,000 in debt, that live month to month, that can't pay off their debt, that is trying to create a business but they can't, they're going to lose all their shit. And with that, they're going to need somewhere to land. They're going to need somewhere to go. So those who do have land, prepare yourself to have others. You also want to have land, as I described, so that you are outside of the craziness that's going to happen in cities and in towns. More shootings, more fighting, more conflicts can happen as people lose their homes, as they lose their families, as they lose their jobs. This is going to mentally affect people a lot, and you do not want to be around it as much as possible. So this is how you're going to prepare for war. You're going to start taking practical steps to find land and to secure yourself. After this war, let's say the Iraq war, after it ends, and they don't bring prices down, they don't bring anything down because they're going to easily say, because of the war, look what happened in COVID. Nothing that they put up, nothing that they implemented in terms of the cost of living and how business functioned came back. They destroyed businesses in a blink of an eye. They didn't care. The giant corporations are going to step in and take over. And they're going to function with AI and robots. They're not going to hire you anymore because you're going to be homeless. You're going to be on the street. And they're going to recruit. You want to be away from the recruitment. You want to be out in the bush where they can find you. Or it might be very hard to find you. So this is just something that I am suggesting. Don't make any decisions. Don't do anything based on what I say. Do your own assessments. I'm just strongly suggesting to look at it. And this is how you prepare for war. Because it's already happening. You can't prevent this. It already happened. And it's still happening. It's too late. So now you're going to take actions within that context. And if you're going to keep renting every month, live in the city every month, sit by yourself every month, you're going to lose. You need to work as a group. You need to work with the land. And you need to be able that if shit really hits the fan, you can survive to some degree and support others. Just very practical. So find your community, find people, start talking, start looking at how to do it. At the same time, see how much money you can make. Obviously, as much as you can right now. Make money, because that's what you need to get land. Find out how you can get it together. But this is important if things accumulate. So maybe give it a month or two, see how it accumulates, and then decide. But even if the war ends and things get better, you still potentially would want to do this. So maybe now is a good kick in the ass to say, start moving on it, start looking at it, put your self-interest aside, put your petty conflicts aside, and see how you can work together to create something that is best for all, within the context of what is here on Earth right now happening. So that is my suggestion, how to prepare for war. All right, let me know what you think in the comment section.